Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Cook County Veterans Informational Session. Today, we will be hearing from 11 employers hiring for various positions across multiple industries. Each employer will speak for 5 minutes to give you some information about their company, and will highlight the job openings they currently have. If you have questions at any time, please type them into the chat and we will address them during the small group discussions that will be taking place in the breakout rooms after all employers have presented. Today's session is being recorded and will be made available on the Illinois workNet YouTube channel for you to refer to later. Now, I am pleased to introduce Tanya with the Cook County Bureau of Administration. Tanya?
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to all our veterans, partners, and employers. I am Tanya Anthony, Chief Administrative Officer for Cook County's Bureau of Administration. As a veteran myself, I am honored to welcome you to this virtual hiring event. We are excited to announce that 244 veterans have registered to join us on this event. Veterans are some of the most hardworking, diligent, industrious, and dedicated members of our workforce. You have proven yourself time and again during your service to our nation, and we are extremely grateful. Today, you will hear from employers about their current openings in information technology, healthcare, finance, and other growing industries. We know the past year has been difficult for job seekers and businesses alike due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We know businesses are eager to hire a talented and reliable workforce, and the veterans who have joined us today are just as eager to use their skills to grow their careers and help these companies thrive. Over the course of the past month, our veteran job seekers have had the opportunity to participate in a series of workshops to maximize your ability to showcase your talents and your tenacity. And today, we are excited to hear from employers about your available career opportunities in advance of interviews that will take place throughout this week. On behalf of Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle and the county's Department of Veterans Affairs led by Bill Brown, I would like to thank the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership, National ABLE Network, and the Illinois Department of Employment Security for partnering with us to host this event. I wish all our participants success as they pursue these dynamic career opportunities. And at this time, I would like to introduce our first employer presentation. We are excited to welcome Amazon, presented today by Kristen and Philip. Kristen and Philip.
Unmuted. Thank you so much. And I believe that Philip will be joining me for our breakout room session. So I'll just go ahead and run through our intro first. So again, my name is Kristen Johnson, and I am a part of Amazon's workforce staffing hiring team, and I specialize in community engagement. So community engagement is not a new thing for Amazon in general, but it is a new thing in terms of specializing in at a site level, so each of our warehouses, and then at the city level, the state level. My position is new, and it really is a matter of making sure we're not providing a hand out, but a hand up to populations who might have larger barriers to entry. So that's a little bit about my role. Amazon in general is a very young company, 27 years young, and we are one of the fastest growing companies in the world and have become one of Chicagoland's largest employers, growing even through the pandemic. And so as a company, our goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company in the world. And today, all of you on the phone, you are our customers. And so we're excited to serve you today. I want to run to the next slide. We're going to go through positions and pay really quickly. Oh, there's my face. And there's Philip as well that you'll see later. We're going to run through positions and pay. So today we're going to be talking about both the management level positions, which everyone is interested in, but also if you are not able to secure one of those through our very competitive interview process, the best way in getting that experience and sort of fast tracking to those positions is through our entry level roles, those associate level roles. And there are incredible upskilling programs, which I will talk about during the breakout sessions, that can fast track you to those. And as well as this population, we have so many internal military resources, affinity groups, and contacts that will help you along the way. There are so many of our leadership principles that align with what would already be those principles that veterans and transitioning service members have already. So we really do find that this population has that largest advantage to fast track in these. So you have the positions and pay here. We'll go through that more in general. For those job descriptions, you would go to amazon.com/Chicago hourly jobs. Now these jobs and management level positions are salaried. So there's a range, it's above $20 an hour, but that depends on the position, the location, and the experience level. We can go to the next slide. And so all of these positions, Jeff Bezos, and Andrew Jossi, he has the same available benefits as I do, as any warehouse member does. One thing we pride ourselves on is that it is also very affordable. It can be as little as $7 per paycheck if you're paid weekly. Also no position is paying less than $15 an hour across North America or in the continental US, excuse me. And then all the way, even local to the warehouses, is above $19 an hour with signing bonuses. For the other upskilling items, I will talk more about that in our breakout session. So we can go to the next slide. So these are those. We have 3 different tracks for career choice. That's higher education and tuition, prepayment or reimbursement, depending on how you do this. Career skills, we have a classroom on site to help you with some of those basic career skills and advancement. And then our IT Associate to Tech program. We can jump to the next one. And so with military veterans and also transitioning service members, Jeff Bezos in 2016 entered into an agreement with the White House, an initiative where we pledged to hire 25,000 military veterans, included in that with military spouses as well. And in 3 years, we surpassed that goal by 300%. And since then, that has always been baked into our hiring practices and just grown from there. Since then, we have established an internal program for advancement, also many affinity groups associated with this group of people. And also we have created their own recruitment team. So the military recruitment team, I'm not specifically on the military recruitment team, I'm community engagement overall, but you will be hearing from that individual when we have our standalone session on Thursday the 15th. So we can go to the next slide. And then we can hop to that next one, please. So here's a little information on our event. I'm gonna drop that link into the chat, and if people can't access it, I will make sure it's available in the breakout session. But also we have, if you can't make it to that session, we also have a webinar series to support our service members and military spouses on information on how Amazon is helping to support those individuals inside the company and outside the company. And hopefully I stuck to my 5 minutes, but we look forward to speaking with you. Again, if you'd like to check it out now in advance, that's /Chicago hourly jobs. And then for job alerts, you can text Chicago Now 6 to 77088.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that presentation, Kristen. Again, just want to reiterate for the folks on the call, we will be having a small group discussion and/or breakout room session after all employers have presented here today. So please plan to stick around for that. During that session, you'll be able to meet with each of our employer reps who will be presenting today and ask all of the questions that you do have. Thank you so much, Kristen. Our next employer will be Chicago Lighthouse. Angela and/or Martha, are you available to present?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You can begin whenever you're ready.
Good morning, everyone. So real quickly, Chicago Lighthouse, we are a world-renowned organization serving the blind, visually impaired, and other disabilities in all our veteran communities. We do have primary roles that we are recruiting for. Next slide, Dan. So our primary roles, and I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis. Call center agents, those call center agents are with the Illinois Tollway, and they are responsible for providing high quality customer service as relates to iPass accounts, violation, billing issues, or technical issues. And they're also responsible for providing a speedy resolution for for those particular clients or customers, utilizing all available resources. Our other primary role are medical schedules with the University of Illinois Hospital and Health Centers. They are responsible for scheduling and registering patients, providing some insurance verification, and doing some emails periodically to doctors and nurses. We have a few customer care call centers, University of Illinois, Cook County, North Shore, Advocate. So we're constantly recruiting for these medical schedulers as well. Like I say, they're responsible for scheduling appointments mainly. Next slide. There are benefits to our call center. We have the state-of-the-art call centers. There's no nights or weekends. Our call center, the customer care call centers, are here at Chicago Lighthouse, 1850 West Roosevelt, and the tollway call center is at 750 South Halsted. There are flexible work schedules. Also, there are remote possibilities. I did want to mention that. Training is done here on site, but there are remote possibilities. There is a competitive salary package, 25% of your salary. There are 10 days paid vacation, 12 paid holidays, sick days are accrued, and you can accrue up to 16 before it's maxed out. As far as insurance eligibility, first month after 90 days of employment, you are eligible. Chicago Lighthouse pays 65%. We do have dental and vision insurance offered along with short and long-term disability, life insurance 2 times your salary, and a company paid pension plan after 1 year of employment. Next slide. At this time, I'm going to let my other veteran coordinator, Martha, is going to tell you the great benefits to our employment service department if you are a veteran. Because one thing I neglected to mention, that there is a typing test and a computer assessment that is mandatory that you must pass before we move you on to the interview stage. And if you do not pass those particular assessment and typing tests, our employment services do work with you to the end to help you get you into a training class that happens primarily every month. Martha, I did see her.
Yes, good morning, everyone. My name is Martha Younger-White, and I'm Senior Vice President of Employment and Rehabilitation here at the Chicago Lighthouse. As Angela said, one of the nice things about our services is that we have what's called our Veteran Employment Empowerment Program, where we actually assist veterans to find competitive integrated employment. We can work with you on your resume, job leads. We have employers that call us, not just with our own company, but outside of our company that might be available for you. We also have computer training that allows individuals to, like Angela said, improve their typing speed. Sometimes you need additional help on how to do internet searches or Word, Excel. All of those are aspects that we cover in our computer training. We also have an internship program where for 10 weeks you would be in a paid internship program and possibly work in our low vision call center, which would possibly lead you to the medical scheduling opportunity that Angela outlined. We also teach on assistive technologies. If you're a veteran with a disability, for example, with a visual disability, we could teach you on JAWS or Zoom text. So those are all aspects of our program that we can offer through our employment services. Next slide. Here you have our contact information. As Angela indicated, you can find all of the opportunities available on our website at chicagolighthouse.org/careers/. And you have information about how to contact either one of us. And we can cover that in the small room as well. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Angela, and thank you, Martha, for your presentations. Again, just want to reiterate to the job seekers on the call, if you do have any questions for any of our presenters today, feel free to either drop those into the chat or reserve them to our small group discussions that'll be taking place after all employers have presented. Thank you so much to Angela and Martha for your presentation. Our next presenter will be Chicago Transit Authority, and that will be Jocelyn. Jocelyn, are you available to present?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. You can begin whenever you're ready.
Okay, so good morning, you guys, and thank you again for joining us today. My name is Jocelyn Humphrey. I'm currently a recruiter with CTA. I've been here about 6 months now, and I recruit for our mass hires, our part-time bus operators, and our customer service assistants. Next slide. So I take some time today talking about our organization as a whole, and then I share some of our career opportunities that we offer. Next slide. So our mission here at CTA is to deliver quality, affordable transit services that link people, jobs, and community. So one of the reasons I wanted to join CTA was because, like many visitors and people of the city, is that, of course, CTA provide accessible, reliable, and safe commuting options. Next slide. So currently CTA employs 11,000 employees. That includes our union and non-union. Our union employees includes our bus mechanics, bus drivers, and our non-union are our coordinators or managers, things of that sort. I can talk more about it in our breakout room. Now CTA has 130 bus routes and 11 rail lines, and that includes our red, blue, brown, orange, green, pink, yellow, and purple. Now, our headquarters, what most of our employees work at, is 567 West Lake. We have our bus garages and we have our 9 terminals. Now, employees are they're set based on the needs of the job. So you won't be able to pick your location. You'll go where the need is. Next slide. Now we'll spend some time talking about our 6 major lines of business. Next slide. Now we have our operations. That's our bus and rail operators. These operators just make sure that we flow throughout the city. Our maintenance includes our rail, bus, and facility maintenance, who help increase the availability and decrease our operating costs. We have infrastructure, which includes our power and way, construction, and engineers. Now, some of the positions that's included in infrastructure are our flaggers and our signal helpers. Next slide. We have our law, technology, and administrative careers, which just includes our administrative team, that's human resources, finance, communication, and our IT team. Next slide. Our featured careers are our bus operators and our bus mechanics. We hire regularly for these positions. Our bus operators are the operators who have an established route, carry our passengers throughout the city safely and in a courteous manner. The start and pay part-time bus operators is $23.44. It is part-time and medical benefits are included. Now, our bus mechanics are our employees who work on our buses and our rails. The salary starts at $29.82. They are full-time and 4 benefits are included. Next slide. Now we post positions every Friday. So every Friday we add new positions. We also have positions that's upcoming, which you can see online, and you can sign up for alerts for positions that's to come. Now you can view our open positions at transitchicago.com/careers. Next slide. Now we have a MOC, which is our military occupational classification. Sometimes it can be hard for our veterans or our military people to see what positions apply to them that was in the military. This helps to see what you may qualify for. And as you can see on a slide presented right now, these are just a few. Our full list is on transitchicago.com/careers/veterans. Next slide. Now, some of the benefits that we have for our veterans are our medical benefits. This is for full-time and part-time employees. We have free transit on CTA and PACE, including our buses and our trains. We have support and training We have provisions for a military leave and training. So the training includes like our bus mechanics. We do offer training, although you need a little experience. And then the military leave just provides job security. We also have our VERG, which is our Veteran Employee Resource Group. And our VERG looks out for the interests of our veterans at CTA. They also keep our veterans informed on initiatives that will benefit them throughout CTA. Next slide. Now, how to apply. I can go more into this in our breakout room, but of course you'll have to go to cttransitchicago.com/careers. The first thing you'll do is fill out a profile. You'll then go in to see which jobs you may qualify for. Then you'll upload a resume and then you'll apply. Next slide. And then you can follow us on LinkedIn to learn more about our company's culture, see our weekly job postings and any upcoming webinars that we have available. And then the next session, you will hear more about our hiring process if you choose to join us again. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that presentation, Jocelyn. And again, just want to reiterate to the job seekers who did just join, if you do have any questions for any of our employer presenters today, please feel free to either enter those into the chat or better yet, reserve them to our breakout room session that'll be taking place after all employers have presented. You'll have an opportunity to answer all your questions to the employer reps at that time. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Our next employer presenter will be IDHS. Jesse, are you available to present?
Yes, I am, sir.
Fantastic. You can begin whenever you're ready.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone for attending today. My name is Jesse. I am a recruiter with the Illinois Department of Human Services, more specifically the Bureau of Recruitment and Selection. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are some of our program services and divisions that the Illinois Department of Human Services has. On average, about 1 out of every 3 residents in the state of Illinois has received some kind of benefit or has been in contact with the Illinois Department of Human Services, whether it be the Division of Developmental Disabilities, Family and Community Services, Mental Health, Rehabilitation Services, or Substance Use Prevention and Recovery. Our Developmental Disabilities and Mental Health divisions both focus on taking care of our residents of Illinois who cannot take care of themselves. We operate 24/7 care facilities where we feed them, provide care, and help them lead fulfilling lives. Our Family and Community Services, you may know more commonly as the Public Aid or Family Community Resource Centers, where applicants come in to sign up for food stamps, temporary aid for needy families, or Medicaid. Next slide, please. So working for the Illinois Department of Human Services, or IDHS, it is a state of Illinois job, so it's a government job, so it has very, very excellent benefits. It's a very diverse, challenging, and rewarding experience because we have a 52% amount of employees that are diverse, as well as the people of Illinois that we service are very diverse in their populations. And it's rewarding because you're providing a service that is helping people in Illinois and helping them lead better, fulfilling lives. You're really making a difference. We have very, very good health, vision, and dental plans. Our health insurance is where we shine. They start on day one, and we have HMO plans. We have PPO plans. We have all kinds of different plans that are very cheap on your end to pay for. The state picks up a huge portion of your tabs, and your premiums are very, very cheap as well. For instance, a surgery is only $300 out of pocket if you are under the HMO plan. We get all the holidays because we're government. We get 12 sick days a year. You start off with 2 weeks of vacation, but after the first 5 years, you get bumped up to 3. And then you can see the rest of the benefits on here. We have bilingual pay. If you speak a foreign language, you get a 5% bonus on top. We offer a pension as well as something called deferred compensation, which is similar to a 401k type plan. We have tuition reimbursement, and we are an eligible federal loan forgiveness eligibility employer, meaning that after 10 years of paying your college loans, we will the feds will forgive the rest of the balance. but I can talk
I'm
more
sorry,
about that
I'm
later.
just joining. Who's speaking?
Oh, sure. My name is Jesse with the Illinois Department of Human Services. If we could go on to the next slide, please. Sure. So this is a hot list of jobs that we have, but we have 13,400 employees with the Department of Human Services. So we have offices that do a little bit of everything. So chances are we have a job that fits your background. These are just some that we find a huge need for, but we have positions for everyone with us. Psychologists, physicians, hospital administrators, RNs, social service career trainees. They're the ones who work at the public aid facilities, educators, dietitians, cooks, and mental health technician trainees, which are similar to a CNA or DSP, although you do not need a CNA license. They work at the 24/7 care facilities. Next slide, please. Okay, so what's next? You can feel free to contact us at any time with any sort of questions whatsoever. We are more than happy to help you. The email is on screen. It is dhs.recruitment@illinois.gov. All of our jobs are located on work.illinois.gov. We post them daily, often by the hour. As soon as we can post a position, it is up there on that website. That's where all of our jobs are. We do have seminars on how to apply for state jobs. It covers a wide swath of things. It's about a 40 to 50-minute presentation. I will put up the sign-up link in the chat. We do have a very robust veterans program too. We have something called Veterans Preference for the state of Illinois. I mean, if you are a veteran, we invite the veterans first to our interviews. We also select the veterans first from our interviewees once we go to the interview stage. So it's a very strong program and benefit for veterans. So it's to your benefit to apply for us because we offer that kind of as a step up and a thank you for your service. So thanks very much for listening.
Thank you so much for that presentation, Jesse. And again, for the folks that just joined, if you do have any questions for Jesse regarding any of the opportunities that he covered here briefly, please feel free to either enter those into the chat or better yet, reserve them to our breakout room session that'll be taking place after all of the employers have presented. Jesse, thank you again for your presentation. Our next employer will be Zurich Insurance, and that will be Stacy and or Michael presenting. Are either of you available to present?
Yes, this is Stacy. I'm available to present.
Fantastic. You can begin whenever you're ready, Stacy.
Okay, great. If you want to go on to the next slide. So I'm Stacy Colomb, and I'm the Employment Brand and Diversity Strategist for Zurich North America. Wanted to give you a little bit of background about Zurich and who we are. We have over 150 years of experience, founded in Switzerland, and then doing business in the US since 1912. We have over 9,000 employees in North America, and we are one of the largest insurance providers in the US. And we insure 95% of the Fortune 500. So we have a long history in the business and a stable history as well, supporting our customers and our employees. Next slide. So to give you a little bit of an idea of who we are as an organization, our purpose is really to create a brighter future together. We're really focused on our customers, simplification of processes for our customers and our partners, and innovation. Some of our values are similar to the values of our veterans, which is optimism and caring, reliability, determination, togetherness, and forward thinking. Our values are supported by our behaviors and how we work each and every day with each other through collaboration and development and growth. As a Zurich employee, you'll continue the process of growth and development throughout your career at Zurich. We have a number of different sessions and mentoring programs and ways in which you can develop your career within the path that you're on, or if you decide to take a different path, we have a number of ways to support you with a new direction as well. We're fueling innovation, we're providing clear direction, and ultimately we're making it happen. We do have a strong focus on sustainability, not only within focusing on the climate sustainability within the planet Earth, but also our digital and our societal sustainability. Workforce sustainability is also critical to us. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable within Zurich and you're able to really grow your career and become the CEO of what you want to do with the future of your job and your career with Zurich. Next slide. So Zurich has been given a number of different accolades throughout the course of the last couple of years. One of which is we've made the Fortune's list of the most admired companies. We have also been acknowledged for our commitment to veterans by Best Employer for Veterans through Forbes magazine and Military Times. As a veteran, once you join our organization, we do have an employee resource group devoted to our veterans, making sure that that transition is smooth, that you're given ongoing training and opportunities to connect with other veterans. We do a lot of work within our communities that we serve. And so a lot of that is fostered within our employee resource groups. Next slide. We are headquartered in the US in Schaumburg, Illinois, and we have over 200 roles in the greater Chicagoland area. We have roles directly related to insurance, from claims and underwriting, but we also have a number of roles that aren't specific to the insurance industry, from IT to administration, to marketing, to actuarial sciences and finance, procurement, and more. Our jobs range from entry-level positions to mid-level positions to more senior level roles. They're all posted on our careers site. So we encourage you to hop online to zurichna.com/careers. Then if you click on the icon that says job search, you can begin your search. Like I said, we have a number of jobs in the Chicagoland area, but we also have remote positions as well. We encourage you to apply via our website and set up a candidate profile. When you do, it will ask you if you'd like to join our job alert system. We post new jobs on a daily basis. So as new jobs come available and they align with your skill sets and experiences, we'll send you job alerts. Additionally, you'll be able to check the status of any applications that you've completed for jobs. We do have a high volume of candidates who apply for our jobs, so we encourage you to be patient with us. And once again, you can always check the status of your jobs at any point in time. Next slide. Also, we encourage you to follow us on social media so you can find out about new hot jobs or expansions within our business, as well as what we're doing with our customers and our communities through our Twitter page, our LinkedIn page. We have a YouTube channel and a Glassdoor page. We're really looking forward to learning more about you during the breakout sessions. Again, my name is Stacy Colon, and I'm the Employment Brand and Diversity Specialist. Michael's with me today as well. He is a talent acquisition leader and oversees a recruitment team. So we'll be able to have more deeper discussions with you during our breakout sessions. Thanks so much, and we appreciate the time.
Excellent. Thank you for your presentation, Stacy. And again, just want to reiterate for the folks who just joined, if you do have any questions for the Zurich Insurance team or any of our employers here today, feel free to either drop those into the chat or, better yet, reserve them for our small group discussion and or breakout room session that will be taking place after all employers have presented. Thank you again, Stacy. Our next employer presenter will be Robert Half Staffing. Brenda and or Alberto, are you available to present?
Yes, we are both here. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. You can begin whenever you're ready, Brenda.
So my name is Brenda. I work with Robert Half Talent Solutions. We are one of the largest talent solution firms around the United States. As you see in the email, the email that is on our presentation is from my coworker and colleague, Alberto. He is more in charge of our administrative and customer support roles, and I work more along the accounting and finance roles. So we wanted to give you a little bit of both, and that's why we're both here today. Next slide, please. So Robert Half was founded in 1948. We've pioneered over now 70 years, and we have been working alongside with many, many professionals as well as with our veterans and trying to get them placement. Robert Half has different sectors that we can say. Like I mentioned, Alberto does office and administrative. I do accounting and finance. We both are right now on the contracting side of stuff, but Robert Half also has permanent and contracting in a more salary professional program as well. We can tell you a little bit more about all this breakdown once we join the focus groups, but other than that, we can go to the next slide, please. So administrative and customer support does anything that has to do with customer service, data entry, more unlike entry-level positions in an office and administrative setting. We also have finance and accounting, which is accounts payable, accounts receivable, staff accountants, financial analysts. So we have a lot where we can send you guys if we can't help you ourselves. We know where to send you, and our team is ginormous. Next slide, please. The next slides are going to be a little bit more about regular positions that we have open on a weekly basis. Most of the stuff, like I mentioned, me and Alberto work on the contracting side, so we can get multiple up to 10 to 15 different roles per day. So the more information we have about backgrounds, the more places we can try to put you guys. So this is a front desk receptionist. The next slide will be customer service representatives. We can go anywhere from $15 to $18 an hour, depending. In bilingual, I know sometimes pays a little bit more. We can give you more details on these roles as we go on our one-on-ones. Next slide, please. Data entry clerk. It gives you a little bit more about mid-entry, mid, and senior level positions that we have as well. We just kind of wanted to do a little bit more of the positions we have open as of right now. The next slide, please. When it comes to office assistants, we have administrator levels, and then we also have executive assistant levels. Those are, depending on your experience, that's where we go from. We didn't necessarily add a lot of the benefits into our presentation, just due to the fact that we are a contracting firm. And even though we are one of the only staffing agencies that does offer benefits, it all depends on how long you've been working with Robert Half and how many hours you've been working. With that being said, we offer contract to hire, and permanent positions throughout all of the lines of business that we work with. I think that would be our last slide. Thank you.
I believe so. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you very much. Alberto's email is there. We'll give you guys more information when we join into that one-on-one. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you for that presentation, Brenda. And just want to reiterate for the job seekers on the line, you do have questions for Brenda regarding any of the positions that are available with Robert Half or any of the other employers who have spoken thus far or will speak. Please feel free to either drop those into the chat or reserve them for our breakout room sessions that will be taking place here shortly. Thank you again, Brenda. Our next employer presenter will be Ozinga. Renee, are you available to present?
Yes, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. I want to introduce Robert Schlanzer, who's going to be walking us through our presentation this morning.
Morning, I'm Robert Schlanzer. So Ozinga is an American story. It's a story based on a lot of hard work, determination, a lot of risk reward, overcoming adversity throughout our 93-year history. Some of the challenges we had to overcome was Great Depression. We actually closed our business down during World War II so that owners could go serve in the war. Came back, reestablished our business and connections with our customers, changed industries, and been expanding quite a bit in terms of business the last 5 years. We're based, as you can see, it's a quote from our owner, Marty Ozinga. He says, "Our culture is driven by values, and we try to make a long-term commitment to their coworkers, customers, and communities." So kind of gives you a little bit about our company right there. Next slide, please. So you can see that Ozinga is based in 5 states, primarily for the ready-mix operations: Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and then South Florida, the Miami, Fort Lauderdale areas specifically. We're also continuing to grow as the business develops. For example, we have locations in Louisiana where we offload products, and then we'll move them up to the Midwest region and Florida specifically. Next slide, please. Ozinga's purpose is we feel we're here to make a positive impact on people, the families, and communities for generations to come. We're fifth generation family-owned business, and the owners strongly feel that if you're good at work, you're good at home. If you're good at home, you're good in your community. So they see a positive connections there. From a veteran perspective, you can see a few pictures. You have one of our coworkers with Alan Lynch, a Medal of Honor recipient. We participated in the Valor Games at Soldier Field, for example. The middle picture is from the Fisher House. Ozinga put together a team of people to go help out and clean the house and basically volunteer to help those in need at the Fisher House. Then lastly, the picture on the right, you can see how we've honored a few folks who have proudly served in our country and then came to work for Ozinga and found a lot of purpose in what we do at Ozinga as a company. Some other organizations we've participated in from a military perspective, Midwest Barbecue for the Brave, the Alan Lynch Foundation, Disabled Patriot Fund. Then we've been a part of just various activities involving VFWs or veteran memorials or veteran events collectively. Next slide, please. So to kind of give you an idea of what we do, we're in three main core businesses, which is concrete, aggregates, and cement. Concrete is a finished product. So we have red and white striped trucks that go and deliver concrete to anything from high rises to sidewalks to hospitals to roads. Some of the bigger marquee jobs has been like Wrigley Field, Soldier Field, Comiskey Park, or Guaranteed Rate. Dan Ryan, Lakeshore, just to give you a few examples, just in Chicago specifically. We also haul sandstone and cement via the pictures you can see on the far right there, via barge, via rail, via ship, or via truck as well. Next slide, please. I thought this was important. Alan Lynch came and spoke to Ozinga, what we call a lunch and learn session for veterans and for coworkers who wanted to learn from Mr. Lynch. This is one of the quotes he said that kind of stuck with us as a company. It's what we do within what we've been given that matters, and that ties directly to our purpose, again, of making a positive impact on people, families, communities for generations to come. Next slide, please. So as you can see, we currently have openings in the Cook County areas for ready-mix drivers, dispatchers, mechanics, people who test our quality of our concrete and then make sure it's up to customer expectations. We have people on the fleet side of the business as well for the parts specialists. We also have roles that involve traveling, operating machinery up and down the river systems and unloading barges onto trucks or trains or whatever the transportation method is. So kind of a mobile jobs, if you will. Again, all part of developing and helping make the communities we operate in a little better. So if you have an interest in these jobs, we ask that you please go to ozinga.com/careers. There's a little box in there that says current opportunities. If you click on that, you can see these jobs we have listed or any other jobs that we have available listed on our careers website. You can also go there to research the company as well and see a little bit more about us if you're interested. Next slide, please. And if you have any questions for anybody at Ozinga regarding types of work or types of jobs or trying to understand how your experiences connect to Ozinga, feel free to reach out to Donna Slager, Jessica Juarez, Renee, or myself. Happy to take your call, your email, whatever we can do to help you connect to our positions in the company itself. So.
That's it. We just would invite you to join the chat room after all the presentation, and we'd love to answer any questions for you. Thank you again for allowing us to be part of this great opportunity. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much to the Ozinga team. And again, as those folks just stated, if you do have any questions for them, please feel free to stick around for that breakout room session where you'll be able to meet with them in a small group setting and be able to ask any questions that you have. Thank you so much. Our next presenter will be World Flight Services. Patrice, I know you are more than likely on the line, but I know we ran into a few technical issues at the beginning here. If you are on the line, are you able to unmute yourself real briefly? And again, and if you're calling in via telephone, you want to press *6.
Hi, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can.
Great, thank you.
Absolutely. You can begin whenever you're ready, Patrice.
Okay, thanks a lot. I want to thank all of you for coming today and hearing a little bit more about my company, Worldwide Flight Services. Worldwide Flight Services is an international company. I am the Central Region recruiter. I have two of the locations that I handle are O'Hare Airport and Midway Airport in Chicago. The positions that I have, the majority of them are working in cargo, and they're handling cargo plane loading and unloading. I'm looking for employees who are going to be interested to work in the cargo area. This is a work-intensive position. You'll be loading and unloading the cargo planes that bring all of us the cell phones, tablets, desktops, laptops, designer fragrances, designer handbags, designer shoes, medical equipment, and other items that are brought into the United States from overseas. Our company has over 30,000 employees worldwide. We promote from within, and our company is constantly growing. Right now, we're looking to fill some full-time positions, working 40 hours a week, working in the cargo warehouse. For these positions, you don't need to know how to type. You don't need to have a great deal of computer experience. If you like working outside in a very fast-paced environment where your day passes by very quickly because there's a lot going on, our company is offering a signing bonus to all new employees of up to $1,500 over your first 6 months of service. We're hiring immediately. Also, if you're interested in customer service, we offer a part-time passenger service rep position. We have positions at O'Hare and at Midway. We're really looking for people who are going to assist our guests with reservations, ticketing, boarding the plane. We're looking for people who will work in our lounges, offering snacks to our guests. And for those positions, I'm looking for applicants who speak English as well as one other language. It can be Spanish, French, Japanese, Chinese, Hindi, Ethiopian, Arabic, German, or Serbian. That's what I'm looking for currently. Next slide, please. So we do have about 171 locations in 22 countries across 5 continents. Again, we promote from within. We treat all of our employees in a very respectful manner. We coach our employees to excellence. That's why our employees generally stay with us for a long time. We offer a generous salary. We offer great training opportunities to move up in the organization. We offer an incredible benefits package for all of our employees, including part-timers. Many of the positions that we utilize are union positions. Next slide, please. For our full-time employees, we offer medical, dental, vision insurance. We offer a life insurance plan as well as accidental death and disability, short and long-term disability. We offer critical illness and accident insurance and hospital indemnity. Next slide. Even our part-time employees have an opportunity to get benefits through us. We offer dental and vision as well as the employee assistance program. We are hiring immediately. If you know someone who's interested or you're interested in coming to work for us, give me a call. I'm at 630-453-0116, and we'll set up an appointment and get you hired this week. You can get started working as quickly as the 19th of this month. That number again is 630-453-0116. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Patrice. And again, for the folks that just joined, Patrice will also be participating in our breakout room session that'll be taking place here shortly. So please stick around for that and be ready to ask any questions that you do have for Patrice at that time. And Patrice, I don't know if you're able to access the chat or not, but if you can drop that that number that you just shared with us into the chat, that would be fantastic as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrice. Our next employer presenter will be Enterprise Holdings. Drew, are you available to present?
I am, Daniel.
Fantastic. You can begin whenever you're ready, Drew.
Thank you, Daniel, and thank you for inviting me today. I'm excited to be here. Just to tell you briefly about Enterprise and who we are. This first slide really is just my contact information. If you wanted to take that down, there's a lot of opportunities at our careers.enterprise.com site. I'm primarily going to talk about our career track today, but as we get into the one-on-one sessions, we certainly can talk about other areas of opportunity in our company as well. And I put that slide up of me because it's my younger self and I like it. That's why I'm sticking with it. So next slide, please, Daniel. So really what it comes down to is our philosophy. Every company has a mission statement, and this is our mission statement paraphrase. Take care of your customers and employees first. Profits and growth are sure to follow. While our mission statement certainly is much longer than that, those are the main points. Our company is founded by Jack Taylor, who you see in this picture here, the late Jack Taylor. He passed in 2016, about 5 years ago to the date. Jack was a World War II veteran Hellcat Navy pilot. Our company, Enterprise, is named after the aircraft carrier he served on in World War II, the USS Enterprise, which there was a special on, I believe, a couple of years ago where it was decommissioned. He was invited to that ceremony as well. So a lot of the values and core behaviors of who we are, Jack often talked about in his experience in the military. So we want to make sure that we follow those core values and provide opportunities as well for those who also live that life and certainly live those values. Next slide, please. So what it comes down to, I mentioned before in our mission statement and who we are, taking care of our employees. We think it's critical to promote our managers from within. They serve as examples of success for others to follow. Our goal is not to be the best, but certainly is to make sure, or I'm sorry, not the biggest, but the best, and to make sure that we bring growth and long-term profitability to the company. So we were founded in 1957. We are the largest rental car company in the world. We have over 100,000 employees, 10,000, actually that's almost 11,000 locations now worldwide, operating a vehicle of more than 2 million cars, and that makes us the world's largest fleet. We do own more cars than any other company or equity or private firm out there. We're operating in 90 countries worldwide right now, and our yearly revenue uptick last year was about 26 billion. So if we were ranked on America's largest privately held companies, we would be in the top 10 there. Next slide, please. What you may not know is the Enterprise Holding brands also includes the National and Alamo. That's already Enterprise Holding, the parent company out of St. Louis. In 2007, 2008, we bought National and Alamo from an investor group just to expand our brand on airport locations and take care of our customers worldwide who would maybe recognize those brands, but we certainly incorporated Jack's values into those companies as well. And we are one family under those three labels there. Certainly different brands that service same customers in different kind of I guess markets, if you will, where Alamo services a lot of our tourists. The National brand is for our corporate renters who will rent frequently during the week, the road warriors, and of course, Enterprise, mostly our replacement rent-a-car brand, but we share a fleet under those three brands. The last slide. I mentioned before I was going to talk about this position because this is where we really hire for our career track, our management trainees. 90% of the people that we hire in our company start in our management training program. From there, they get promoted to all levels of the company, up to general manager, but all in between, as you see on this diagram here, those different stations there from truck rental, field support, area manager, branch manager, car sales, they all have different areas they can branch off into as well. But the key to remember is everyone starts off at entry-level management training to understand what it means to take care of our customers, understand what it means to really represent our brand before you can take on more responsibility. So we're really proud of that entry level hiring and then promotion from within. Just a little bit on salary on those positions. The management training position in the Chicago area right now is $50,000 based on about a 47-hour work week. Our management assistant manager, and branch manager, each one of those spots is about a $10,000 to $15,000 bump. There's commission and bonuses available as well in those positions. Area manager, group rental manager, regional vice president are highly compensated people, but you're all designed to get to those kind of positions as well. The full-time and part-time positions across Chicago come with benefits as well. We have locations all over the city, 147 points of service. Each one of those need everything from management trainees to our service agents, auto detailers, all kind of positions available that we certainly can talk about as we get into the one-on-one sessions. But thank you again for inviting me. If you want more information on Enterprise, you're not able to attend those sessions, please visit our website at careers.enterprise.com and certainly reach out to me if you're interested in applying for any of those positions.
Excellent. Thank you for that presentation, Drew. And again, for the folks that might have just joined, just want to reiterate, if you do have any questions for Enterprise or any of our other employer presenters today, please feel free to stick around for those breakout room sessions where you'll be able to ask your questions to all of our employer reps. Thank you again, Drew. And our final presenter before we go into those breakout room sessions today will be Pride Industries. Casey, are you available to present?
I'm here, thank you.
Absolutely, you can begin whenever you're ready, Casey.
All right, my name is Casey Nunes. I'm the Employment Success Manager at Pride Industries. Next slide, please. Next slide. Oh, there we go. At Pride, we are the premier employer of people with disabilities, and we are here to help create and support any kind of employment for people with disabilities. We are one of the vendor of choice in markets we serve, and we do recognize those barriers to employment that include disabilities, but also any other barriers people might be facing. Next slide, please. So we are the leading nonprofit in the United States to employ people with disabilities. We're all over the country, including DC. We employ over 5,600 people, and that includes 3,500 people that have self-disclosed that they have a disability. We know that there needs to be dignity in employment for all people of all abilities, so we are socially responsible to try and support you in any accommodations that might need to be met. Next slide, please. So we know there is an alternative workforce. There are over 7,000 people, or 70% of unemployment accounts for people with disabilities. Disabilities can mean anything, including developmental, mental health. It could also include barriers like workforce reentry and veterans. Next slide, please. So we know that disabilities can be genetic or later in life. People with all abilities have the potential to become one of the largest growing minority populations. We want to make sure that we're aware of all words, attitudes, and behavior to treat everyone the same and see the ability, not the disability. Next slide. At Pride, we contract with Ingram Micro. At Ingram Micro, we help recruit, place, and support people with barriers to employment. This is a temp to hire position. So for 90 days, you will receive on-the-job training. I'm on site to provide any kind of coaching that's necessary, be able to speak with the company if you do self-disclose and feel like you do need accommodations being met. We have a few different positions available. This is a warehouse setting. It is distribution. So the logistics positions would include packaging, assembly, and order fulfillment. There is great room at Ingram Micro to move up. There's a lot of upward mobility in this position. The custodial positions are available at $15 an hour. We are hiring immediately for a few of these roles. And we have one part-time position available right now. Next slide, please. Ingram Micro is the global third-party logistics company. They have about 100,000 units shipped daily. It's located in Carroll Stream, and then there is a pay increase once hired on full-time at Ingram Micro after that first 90 days, and that includes health benefits. If you can go to the next slide. And then you can go to the next slide out of this. This is just talking about different kinds of things that they're shipping. 1 out of every 2 mobile devices in the US is shipped out of Ingram Micro. We are looking to hire on in the next year for different positions. So a total of 148 positions we'd like to hire for. So that is immediate as soon as you're able to submit that application. And next slide. You can apply directly to the job link. You can also scan this QR code. We do require a background check and drug test because this is a manufacturing facility. You'll receive a phone call after application, and then we will do an interview. So if you are interested, we can talk a little bit more in the small breakout groups, but the next slide just discusses the COVID health screening. And then if you have any questions, please join us in the breakout room, and I can help answer any other questions about opportunities for people with or without disabilities.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that presentation. And I'm going to go ahead and mute you real quick. Had a little bit of interference there. Thank you. Again, for the folks that did just join the session here, if you do have any questions for Casey regarding any of the positions that were covered regarding Pride Industries or any of our other employer presenters today, please stick around for our breakout room session that'll be taking place next, where you'll have an opportunity to speak with those employer reps directly. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and give the brief overview here of the employer breakout rooms portion of the event. So as you'll see here, point number one to note, and this will be primarily if you're noticing issues accessing the breakout rooms and being able to move from room to room freely. One of the issues that might be taking place is that you may not have the most recent version of Zoom client for meetings downloaded. So if you're noticing that you're having issues connecting to the rooms, again, this would be one point that we would suggest that you take a look at just to try to troubleshoot that issue. Again, you can download the most recent Zoom client for meetings at zoom.us/download. Another point to note there, in order to do that, you may have to leave the session. If that's the case, no worries. Download the Zoom client for meetings app, and then you can always rejoin the session. We'll be in that session from now until approximately noon or thereabouts. So if you do have to leave to download the software, again, feel free to rejoin at any time. Again, what we try to provide here up on the screen is just a little bit of a screenshot overview as to how to join a breakout room. Now, what you'll see there as far as the screenshots are concerned, that was taken on my laptop or desktop, if you will. So if you are joining via either laptop or desktop, you should see the screenshots that you see up on your screen there. You'll see the breakout rooms icon in the bottom right corner of your toolbar there. You'll click on that, and the window that will pop up after you do so will be the next screenshot that you see there, which will have a list of all of the rooms or all of the employers who joined us here today. Off to the right-hand side, you'll see an option to join. You can join any of the employer rooms as you see fit. You can stay in them as long as you'd like. Again, you could stay in there for a minute. You can stay in there for the entire duration of the session if you want to just sit in and hear some of the discussions that are taking place amongst job seekers and employers. If you were joining via a mobile device, something to note here as well. So, tablet, cell phone, whether it's Android, iOS, you may not see that breakout rooms icon that's up there on the top portion, if you will. You may have to click what's next to that, which is that More tab, if you will. When you do that, it should provide a drop-down menu, if you will, that will say breakout rooms. You'll click on that, and then what should pop up will be the second screenshot again with all of the rooms that are available for you to join. So please, if you do have any questions regarding that, I'll be here in the main session. Something to note is if you're having issues, again, joining those breakout rooms, just let me know. You can either drop a message in the chat or unmute yourself briefly and let me know which room you'd like to join. We can also get you to where you want to go using that method as well. And I will have this screen in the main room while those breakout presentations are taking place. And then just a final note here, again, never had to eject anybody for the most part. Folks are very mindful of their fellow job seeker, but again, just want to lay a few ground rules down. Again, once you've asked your question, and you will be able to unmute yourself and do so, and or turn your camera on if you'd like to speak with the employers as well. You can do so, just please make sure that you mute yourself, after you ask your question to allow your job seekers that same opportunity as well. Again, if you choose to not do so and you want to be disruptive or inconsiderate to your fellow job seeker, we will have partner volunteer staff in the room that will be able to permanently place you on mute. Again, don't want to do that and haven't had to do that, but again, just want to let you know that. And then as a final option, if you choose to use the chat as well to be disruptive to either the employer or your fellow job seeker, we do have the option to eject folks from the session entirely. Again, don't anticipate that issue, but just want folks to be aware of that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open up these breakout rooms. A couple points to note there as well. Once I do so, the room will be open for 55 minutes. It will be continuous. We won't be stopping for breaks, if you will. We don't want to interrupt any of those good conversations that'll be taking place between you and the employer. Once the 55 minutes has elapsed, and there will be a countdown timer in the upper right-hand corner of each room, we will have 60-second countdown timer implemented as well. So you'll have 60 seconds once that session ends to rejoin the main session here. At that time, we'll give a brief kind of summary or concluding statement or remarks regarding today's session, and we will officially wrap up the event. So again, what we're going to go ahead and do is open up those rooms now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me in the chat or unmute yourself. And those rooms have been open. Again, they will be open for 55 minutes. Our employers have joined those rooms along with our volunteers. So again, I'm going to put this slide up here on the screen to assist you with joining those rooms. And then again, just want to reiterate, I'll go back one slide here. If you're having issues joining those rooms, it could be that you do not have the latest Zoom client for meetings downloaded. So please be sure that you start there if you're having some issues joining those rooms. And then always, as a fail-safe as well, you can let me know which room you'd like to join, and I will do my best to send you there manually. And I'll go ahead and read off the rooms that we do have available. Today we have Amazon, Chicago Lighthouse, Chicago Transit Authority, IDHS, Zurich Insurance, Robert Half Staffing, Ozinga, Worldwide Flight Services, Enterprise Holdings, and Pride Industries. And again, if you would like me to manually assign you to a room, if you're having issues joining, just let me know and I will go ahead and do so. You can either do that by dropping me a message in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask, and I will do so. Seeing a few messages here in the chat. Carl, yes, I will add you to the Amazon room. Give me one moment here. All right, and then I see Annette's message here as well. I will send you to IDHS here momentarily.
Daniel, it's Pat. I'm back in the main room. Amazon would like to share their screen, but that needs to be enabled. If you can, I couldn't see how to do it. Can you take care of that for us?
Yeah, give me one moment here. What you'll have to do, Pat, I do believe, for me to grant them co-host access, whoever that will be. So if that's Kristen or if that's Philip, they'll have to come.
Make it Philip.
Okay, they'll have to come back to the main session. So they'll have to leave the breakout room, come back to the main session because they're not showing up in my participants tab here, and I'll grant them co-host access at that time.
Okay, let me see. Can I get myself back into the room? Or let me see.
You should be able to, yes.
Okay.
Daniel, real quick, it's Denise.
Hi, Denise.
You assigned me to Amazon. I was assigned to World Flight Services. So do I just go ahead and join either one, or which one you want me to join?
Denise, you will be in the enterprise room. We had a few last minute shifts that had to take place because we didn't have some volunteers join. So you will be in the enterprise room for the duration of the session.
Thanks. Going in now. Okay.
Okay, circling back to the chat here, I do see Bill. I'm assuming that means chat one, you want to go to Amazon. I'll send you there. Give me a moment. I also see Deb, your message here. You want to be added to the Lighthouse room, and I will get you there. Give me one moment. Alejandro, I will send you to the Amazon room here as well. And Mario, I'll send you to the Amazon room as well. Jerome, see your message as well. I will send you to Ozinga. And taking a look here, do we have Philip in the room yet from Amazon? Jose, see your message here as well. I'll send you to Worldwide Flight. Cyril, see your message here as well. I will send you to IDHS. And Larry, see your message as well. I will send you to Robert Half. And again, any of the other folks that are having issues, join in, just drop me a message in the chat, and I should be able to manually send you to the room you'd like to go to. Philip, I see you're in the room now. I'm going to go ahead and grant you co-host access. If you are having any other additional issues sharing your screen, just come back to the main session here and we'll try to troubleshoot. And Philip, I don't know if you're still in the main room here, but if you are, let me know if you're having issues accessing that session.
Actually, yeah, I just clicked join in it. Oops, join Amazon, yes.
Okay. If you, like I said, if you're having any issues sharing your screen, come back and let me know. Circling back to our chat here, Maureen, I see your message in the chat. I will send you to Zurich.
Thank you.
And David, I see your message as well to Ozinga. Give me one moment here. And any other job seekers that are having a few issues trying to get into those rooms, let me know and I will manually assign you to the room that you would like.
Excuse me, Daniel.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I have not been assigned to a breakout room.
Okay, is there a particular room that you'd like to join, Lisa?
No, not in particular. You can select.
Okay, let me take a look here. I want to see where we have, because some rooms we do already have 2 volunteers in, so I'm going to see if we have one that only has 1.
Okay.
And I also see a message here from Billy. If you are a partner volunteer, if you will, if you have not yet been assigned to a room, please feel free to join any of the rooms that you'd like. Your role will be to act as a floater. I do believe Pat mentioned that at the beginning, but just to kind of reiterate what that is, you can freely move from room to room, so you won't be assigned to one specific room for the duration of the session. You can freely move from room to room, and obviously kind of oversee what's going on. And then again, if you need to join the main session, you can do so as well. Philip, just saw your message here in the chat. Give me one moment and I will add you to IDHS. And again, to any of the job seekers that are still having issues joining, please feel free to drop the employer you'd like to meet with in the chat, and we can manually assign you to the room as well. Eric just saw your message here in the chat. You should be able to join with the same link that you used to join via your cell phone. And Jose, just saw your message in the chat. Unfortunately, the UPS rep was unable to join at the last second. So we do not have an employer rep in the UPS room, but we do have them in all of the other rooms that we have available as well. So if there's another employer you'd like to meet with, let me know. All right, got your message in the chat. I will send you to the Amazon room. Give me one moment. Okay, see, T just sent me a message here in the chat. I will add you to the CTA room. And then I will also, give me one moment here. I'll go back to our link for the Zoom client for meetings. You should be able to join the CTA room currently. But again, if you're encountering more issues, you'll want to be sure to download that. But I'll leave that up here for a minute. It's just zoom.us/download. And it should be the first thing that you have the option to download. But I will move you to the CTA room now. And again, for any of our remaining job seekers who are on the call that might be having issues getting into those rooms, you can always drop a message into the chat letting me know which employer you'd like to meet with, and I will manually send you to those rooms. Just saw your note here, Larry. Give me one moment and I will send you to Worldwide Flight. And for any of the partner staff that were not assigned any permanent duties to the breakout rooms, you're more than welcome to freely move between any of the rooms that we do have available and open, just so you have an idea as to what the process looks like. You also can kind of assume or take on those duties or responsibilities that are assigned to the permanent volunteers, if you will, as well. If you're unable to join any rooms, this goes for partner staff as well. Let me know and I can send you to a room that you're interested in sitting in on. And again, to the job seekers that have not yet selected a room, you can always drop a message into the chat with the employers we have available, and I will send you to the room manually. I'll go ahead and just read off the list of employers that we do have. We have Amazon on the line, Chicago Lighthouse, Chicago Transit Authority, IDHS, Zurich Insurance, Robert Half Staffing, Ozinga, Worldwide Flight Services, Enterprise Holdings, and Pride Industries. So let me know if you'd like to meet with any of those employers, and I will send you there. Hello, everyone. Just want to announce again, if there's any particular room that you want to join, please feel free to drop it into the chat and I will manually assign you to that room. If you are having issues joining the room on your own, following the instructions that are on the screen. Thank you. Hi, T, just saw your message in the chat. I did manually move you to the Robert Half room. You'll just have to make sure to accept that, and then you should be able to join the room. But let me know if you're having issues still. Good afternoon to the folks that just joined. You should be able to follow the prompts that are up on your screen to join a room for all the employers that we have available. But if you are unable to do so, let me know and I can manually send you to any of the rooms that we've got open. I'll go ahead and list those off for you. We have Amazon, Chicago Lighthouse, Chicago Transit Authority, IDHS, Zurich Insurance, Robert Half Staffing, Ozinga, Worldwide Flight Services, Enterprise, and Pride Industries. You want to go ahead and let me know where you want to go if any of those are of interest, or you can drop it into the chat and I can send you to those rooms if you are unable to do so yourself.
Robert Half.
All right, give me one moment here, Kevin, and I'll send you there.
Appreciate it. How you doing today?
Very good. Thank you for asking, sir.
Thank you.
All right, you should receive a prompt.
Okay.
Just saw your message in the chat, T. I'm going to send you to the IDHS room now. And for the folks that just joined us here in the main session, if you do want to be moved to any of the employer booths, let me know which of those employers you'd like to meet with, and I can manually assign you there. Just an FYI, we do have approximately 3.5 minutes left to go until the sessions will end. But nonetheless, if there's any employers you'd like to meet with and ask a last minute question or two, let me know and I'll send you there.
That's just not cool.
Okay, it does look like our breakout room sessions have officially ended. It looks like that countdown timer has elapsed, so we should have the bulk majority of our participants, both employer and job seeker, back in the room. I do believe we still have Tanya on the line on behalf of the Cook County Bureau of Administration. So I will stop my yapping and I'll hand things back over to Tanya to give an official wrap up of the event if she is still on the line. Tanya, would you like to give a few concluding remarks?
I'm still on the line, but I really like to hear from Chicago Cook Workforce and National Able. So Patricia, you're on the line?
I am here. Yeah,
awesome. I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And greetings and good afternoon to everyone. We started, it was morning. My name is Patricia Moore. I'm a business relations specialist with the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. And we want to thank all of our veterans for your service and just, keeping us safe and protecting us during your service time and taking the time today to learn more about the employment opportunities presented by our employer partners. We are a non-for-profit organization providing workforce services and workforce development. We're the largest in the nation, first of all, I want to say. But with that comes a great responsibility. We have served over 70,000 individuals in assisting them to find employment and collaborated with over 2,000 employers and helped them to navigate and administer the $400 million in federal funds that come to us each year to support these efforts. Thank you so much. I want to thank the business partners. I'd like to also thank all of our partners, IDES, National Able is going to speak in just a moment. We have also to thank the Illinois workNet team so much for hosting us on this event, and just encourage you guys to look forward to the next steps that the employer have given us so that we can move forward and get some people hired. That's what we're all about. Thank you so much and have a great day, a great afternoon. And I think Bridget's on the line if she wants to say a few words from National Able Network.
Thanks so much, Patricia. I'm Bridget Altenberg. I'm the CEO of National Able Network. You probably all got a bunch of emails throughout this week getting ready for today's event. I just wanted to make sure to let everybody know that today's just the start. So if you haven't already submitted your resume to vets@nationalable.org, should be in the emails reminders that you've gotten for the event. Please do that. We have a number of employers. This event was full and we have a number of employers that didn't participate today that are sending us their jobs, and we get your resume. We can connect you very quickly to employment. If your resume needs a little bit of work, we can help you with that as well. So please don't hesitate to submit your resume to vets, VETS @nationalable, nationalable.org, and we'll get you connected to the help. Thanks again to Tanya, my fellow veteran. We really appreciate you. We understand that we all have unique assets that sometimes the civilian population doesn't understand. And our job at Veterans Forward at National Able Network is to help translate those skills and connect you to employment. So please make sure you get your resume if you haven't already, and we'll be in touch to help you connect to employers either from today or from employers that couldn't participate today because we were full. Thanks again.
Thanks, Bridget.
Fantastic. Tanya, I don't know if you want to go ahead and give a few concluding remarks, but if not, I'll go ahead and kind of give my wrap-up spiel for the job seekers who are on the line as well. Let me know.
Go right ahead, Daniel.
Excellent, thank you. So a couple of things I just want to note here for the job seekers that are still with us. I have recorded today's session and I will be uploading it to the Illinois workNet YouTube channel under the virtual job fair playlist later this afternoon. So all of the wonderful information, obviously, that was covered here today, you'll be able to go back and see it. If you need a refresher, if you need to kind of see, contact information that the employer shared with you, basic descriptions of the jobs that were available, so on and so forth. Again, I'll be uploading that recording here this afternoon, so you can always go back and review it if need be. With that, I think we'll go ahead and officially close things up. Thank you to all the employers who carved out time out of your busy schedules to join us today to share all the wonderful information and opportunities that are available. And thank you to the job seekers as well for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank